our school leaders oversee and govern a lot. Teacher recruitment, professional growth, retention. These are all areas. Um, what should they be thinking about to foster a caring and positive culture? So I asked you three individually these questions, and you gave me this very long list of wonderful ideas that we don't have enough time to go into today. But I thought we'd do this rapid fire. So I'm going to throw some of these ideas out here, and you guys just whatever comes to you. All right. So this can be fun. How about have an open door? What do you say to that?
Well, in relationship to partnerships and working with other schools or universities, you know what I mean? Like, we have to let them know that we're available, right? And keep that door open so when an opportunity comes up, they're able to capture it. And sometimes, even with that door open, it doesn't mean you're going to solve the problem by opening up the door, but you're going to be a great listener and see how we can all work together to collaborate to go at something,
Mhm.
so that open door policy, like, yeah, I'm here to listen. I want to know what we can do. And if we can't, I could lead you to another direction or sometimes just problem solve together.
For me, this is I think about teacher coaching and teacher development, and the idea being that if our classroom doors are open, and I don't mean literally open all the time because sometimes they have to be closed, but the idea being that I'm welcoming people into my classroom and I'm comfortable going into others. When I worked at the high school level, I had never taught physics. I had never taught French. I don't know anything about these things, but what I could learn from an AP physics lesson that I could take back, and now in my role as a pre-K through 8 school, I mean, good teaching is good teaching. I stand by that. And I think that teachers can learn so much from each other. And the model that I'm researching really encourage that's an intentional part of it. And I think that that is an easy way you can bring components of opportunity culture into your school, which is allowing and encouraging and structuring teachers visiting and observing each other in non-threatening ways to just learn from one another.
For
Mhm.
sure. And
Yeah, go ahead,
yeah.
Laura.
Well, literally having that door open. I know at one point I found out this administrator, I'm sorry, one of my teachers was coming to the office and looking to see if my door was open. And if it was closed, she'd just politely come back at another time. And if it was closed, and she never left a message or said anything to finally find out that she wanted some help, but she was going to politely wait for my door to be open. And so making sure that our door is open and that they also know that if our door isn't open to come back and let us know and keep trying,
Right.
because you never know who came to step in and wanted to talk to you about an opportunity, who may not come back again or get that opportunity to come back.
Right.
Lauren, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what Emmy and Jennifer have mentioned on this piece. When I think open door, two things come to mind, and one is humility, and the other is a major ego check.
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes in Nina's study, she found that teachers are expected to emote certain kind of feelings or behaviors. So for example, you may be feeling one way, but you're expected to emote this emotion. And oftentimes in teaching, it's like you're in charge of the class, so you need to know everything, have all the classroom management set to go. Usually people come into teaching, we're strong leaders, we love to get a crowd together, we are goal orientated. Usually we love our content and we love, fostering good community. But we start as novice teachers, and I think we kind of the piece that I'm bringing to leadership too is a sense of humility, and to say that we don't need to have all the answers. Therefore, when the door is opened, I have to also have an open mind that the experience that this teacher brings, I need to honor it. I need to listen to it. And I'm going to learn from the people in the room, from our, like Jennifer mentioned, our diocesan partners are are the experts of their school and their field, and Emmy on her campus, expert in her field. I just, happen to be at a university, and I'm going to come in and you teach me. So there's got to be kind of a co-construction. And I think that requires a lot of humility and a lot of ego checking. And I think we've heard this several times, but from a leadership perspective, I don't even know where it's from, but we know it, that the work is in the interruptions. Like that is the work of leadership.
That is the job.
That is the job. But oftentimes as leaders, we love our to-do list. I've got the whole list here, but we know that we have to be present, and that ministry of presence is critically important. Unless it's urgent and important and it's a safety issue, the principal and leadership, we have to address it. But other than that, it's really being there to serve the teachers and helping them protect learning time, to Emmy's point, protect their time just with all the duties and responsibilities. I think that's part of the work of leadership. And to really build teachers up and buoy them up as much as possible. So that's kind of a long answer to an open door.